Isn't there an expansion of Medicare, though, that's going to bring more people into the system and provide prescription drug benefits as well? And also, I would say that this uptick also was among Republicans. Did that not concern you as well, just a little bit? That in this particular poll, there was an uptick for support for health care among Republicans?
Well, surprisingly, I'm not all that poll-driven. I do think that the issues are going to be good for my side of this debate this year. And in Medicare, really the expansion is in Medicaid. There are 15 million more people will be added to Medicaid under this health care bill. And, of course, that's one of the big problems that states are facing right now. And that problem's going to expand and, in some cases, be devastating for state budgets for other things like elementary and secondary education and higher education. There's some changes in the Medicare Part D system. I think actually they're going to make that system work not as well. There's all the incentive to go to a generic drug early is gone. And remember, and under Medicare Part D, the so-called donut hole, the people who were poor people at the lower levels of the economy never got to the donut hole anyway. And in Missouri, there were at least 4 policies you could use to insure against the donut hole if you knew you were going to get there. But the big incentive for an individual there was, okay, I might get into this place where the government's not helping me pay all of my pharmaceutical expenses, so maybe I ought to check all the options sooner rather than later. The pharmaceutical industry supported this change because one of the things it will do will encourage you to take the brand name, the name brand drug longer rather than look at the generic drug. And remember, Medicare Part D had been 40% cheaper every year for 5 years than the lowest estimate because it had competition and choice as part of the system. That's what we ought to be looking at for the overall system. More competition, more choice, more access for everybody to health care.